Ava Richardson smoothed the collar of her ivory linen blouse as she paused before the modern glass facade of Lakeview Institute of Technology's Mathematics Pavilion. At 34, she felt every inch the outsider amid throngs of undergraduates darting between morning lectures. Her worn leather satchel, once a graduation gift, swung at her side as she took a steadying breath. For years, Ava had hidden her obsession with higher mathematics behind her day job as a paralegal at a downtown law firm. During lunch breaks, while colleagues recounted weekend getaways, she'd retreat to a quiet corner to tackle differential equations. After hours, she haunted online forums, surpassing the puzzling challenges posted by graduate students. A month ago, her life tilted. Dr. Nathaniel Wilson, the program director of Lakeview's pilot, Bridge to Theory, initiative, had phoned her. "Your submissions to our national math portal have been extraordinary," he'd said. "We want you to audit my colleague Dr. Helena Sterling's theoretical analysis class. There's even the possibility of scholarship funding." She nearly declined. Who was she, a self-taught enthusiast with no degree, to sit alongside prodigies from Ivy League backgrounds? Still, some spark of defiance, born from long nights teaching herself multivariable calculus, propelled her here. Now, as she entered the lobby's echoing atrium, Ava caught her reflection: plain slacks, simple blouse, no jewelry beyond a modest wedding band. Nothing about her screamed, theorem prodigy, yet inside, her mind buzzed with excitement. She checked the campus map, Auditorium 12B. The chance to learn from Dr. Sterling, a legend famous for her rigorous seminars, felt like stepping into a world she had only glimpsed in textbooks. Gripping her satchel strap, Ava crossed the marble floor. With each step, her doubts fell away. Today, she would claim her seat at the chalkboard, not as an imposter, but as a mathematician unleashed. Ava Richardson paused outside Auditorium 12B, where Theoretical Analysis with Dr. Helena Sterling was posted on a digital display. She smoothed her blouse, then pushed open the heavy door. Inside, pale morning light filtered through high windows, illuminating stadium-style rows of seats and a vast chalkboard wall. As she stepped in, conversation hushed. Students in designer sweaters and tailored jackets turned, their gaze flickering over her unadorned attire. A tall young man in a cashmere pullover scooted down the row, leaving a gap between them. A woman in horn-rimmed glasses muttered to her friend, "I heard this program is super selective, no credentials required, just raw talent." Her friend smirked. "Let's see how a legal assistant holds up under pressure." Ava chose a seat 2 rows from the front, near the center, close enough to hear every word. She laid out a crisp notebook and her collection of sharpened pencils. Around her, pages rustled and laptops clicked. The scent of new backpack canvas mixed with the faint aroma of coffee from the back. A cluster of students whispered, "She must be part of that pilot, some think it's a publicity stunt." Another voice chipped in, $10 says she won't last past week 2. Ava closed her eyes for a moment, recalling nights spent solving Sterling's most challenging proofs by lamplight. This was no stunt. She opened her notebook to a blank page and flexed her fingers. The front of the room held a raised dais and a gleaming lectern. Above it, portraits of groundbreaking mathematicians, some male, a few pioneering women, looked down with immortal gravitas. 20 minutes before class, Dr. Nathaniel Wilson slipped in silently. He greeted a handful of graduate-level TAs, then paused at the doorway, scanning the room. His eyes met Ava's, he gave a subtle nod of encouragement before moving on. Ava returned his nod, grateful for the quiet support. A group of 3 juniors drifted in beside her. One tapped her tablet and whispered, "Did you read about the scholarship candidates? Only 10 spots, and half are reserved for MBAs with math minors." The other 2 rolled their eyes. "This is insanely competitive." Ava offered a polite smile but didn't engage. She had fought too long to earn this moment. At precisely 9 a.m., the double doors swung open and hush rippled through the hall as Dr. Helena Sterling entered. Her posture was regal, a tailored charcoal blazer, white silk shirt, and iron-pressed trousers. Her hair, platinum blonde, was swept into a tight bun. She carried a leather portfolio emblazoned with the institute's crest. Students straightened in their seats. The cashmere pullover student smoothed his hair. The whispered bets ceased as Dr. Sterling placed her portfolio on the lectern and surveyed the room with piercing gray eyes. Ava sat up, pen poised. The murmurs had revealed their doubts, her attire, her background. But she felt a quiet certainty that would not be shaken. Today's first lecture would begin, and she would meet it with every ounce of her hidden mastery. Dr. Helena Sterling tapped the microphone with a silver-tipped finger. The ambient light gleamed on her portfolio as she surveyed the packed auditorium. "Good morning," she began, voice crisp and resonant. "Welcome to Theoretical Analysis. For those truly dedicated to mathematical rigor, this course will test your intellectual limits." A collective breath rippled through the students. Sterling's reputation for brilliance, and severity, was legendary, few dared interrupt her. Next to her, Dr. Nathaniel Wilson offered Ava a reassuring smile, then stepped discreetly aside. Sterling continued, "Some of you were selected by merit through our National Challenge portal. Others were recommended by faculty. Be advised, the drop period ends this Friday. If you doubt your place here, I encourage you to withdraw promptly." At that, the mood stiffened. A hush fell as some students exchanged uneasy glances. The woman in designer glasses, sitting 2 seats down, bit her lip. A graduate student in a tweed blazer fidgeted with his pen. Ava felt her pulse quicken, not with fear but exhilaration. She had prepared meticulously, devouring Sterling's published papers on complex differential systems. She closed her eyes for a moment, centering herself on the elegance of multivariable theory. Sterling clicked a remote. A complex partial differential equation filled the giant screen above the board, del x2 del 2u plus del y2 del 2u plus del z2 del 2u backslash equals f, x, y, z. Sterling's gaze swept the room. By next week, you will derive the Green's function solution for this operator in spherical coordinates. Only those comfortable with advanced integral transforms should proceed. Some students slumped, others straightened. Sterling's warning sliced through any remaining illusions of ease. She paused, eyes locking briefly on Ava. "Ms. Richardson, I trust you understand the prerequisites." Ava's throat felt dry but her voice rang clear, "Yes, Dr. Sterling." A murmur spread. Sterling seldom addressed auditors by name. Sterling allowed a fleeting smile. "Very well. Let us begin." She turned and began writing elegant symbols on the leftmost board, chain rule applications, eigenfunction expansions, and boundary value conditions. As the chalk traced arcs of white on green, Ava's heart soared with recognition. This was home. Sterling's presence was formidable, her standards uncompromising, but Ava had waited her whole life for this crucible. With each notation, she reaffirmed her resolve. She belonged here, not as a curiosity, but as a scholar of pure mathematics. 30 minutes into the lecture, Dr. Sterling paused mid-sentence and swept her gaze over the classroom. "Let us test your understanding," she announced, her voice crisp. "Solve the following boundary value problem on the board." She wrote a formidable multivariable expression, nabla 2 psi, r theta phi, plus k2 psi equals 0 psi, r theta phi, equals 0 0 less than or equal to r less than or equal to r backslash nabla caret 2 backslash psi, r backslash theta backslash phi, plus k squared backslash psi equals 0 backslash quad backslash psi, r backslash theta backslash phi, equals 0, backslash quad 0 backslash lu r dot nabla 2 psi, r theta phi, plus k2 psi equals 0 psi, r theta phi, equals 0 0 less than or equal to r less than or equal to r. A murmur of apprehension rippled through the students. Sterling's expectation was clear, only those with comprehensive command would dare attempt it. Ava felt a familiar thrill. She stood, sliding out of her seat. Designer-clad students turned, whispering bets on whether she'd stumble. The air crackled with anticipation. She approached the board, chalk in hand, and squared her shoulders. First, she wrote the Laplacian in spherical coordinates, nabla 2 psi equals 1 r2 del r2 del psi del r, plus, nabla caret 2 psi equals frac, 1, r squared, frac, partial r, bigl, r squared frac, partial psi, partial r, big. Plus LDOTS nabla 2 psi equals r21 del r2 del r del psi, plus. Dr. Sterling's piercing eyes followed each stroke. Ava then separated variables, psi, r, theta, phi, equals r, theta, phi, psi, r, theta, phi, equals r, theta, phi, phi, psi, r, theta, phi, equals r, theta, phi, phi. Dividing by the product to isolate an ordinary differential equation for r. Students leaned forward. When she reached the radial Bessel equation form, r2r plus 2rr plus k2r2 minus, plus 1, r equals 0, r caret 2r plus 2rr plus bigl, k caret 2r caret 2, l plus 1, big, r equals 0, r2r plus 2rr plus, k2r2 minus, plus 1, r equals 0. She paused to note the general solution in terms of spherical Bessel functions, r equals a j, kr, plus bn, kr, dot r equals a j underscore l, kr, plus bn underscore l, kr, dot r equals a j, kr, plus bn, kr. Then, invoking regularity at the origin, rejecting nn underscore ln, she applied the boundary condition j, kr, equals 0 j underscore l, kr, equals 0 j, kr, equals 0, deriving the quantization condition for eigenvalues. Instead of laboriously listing zeros, she introduced a known asymptotic shortcut for large l, collapsing multiple steps into one, j, kr, is almost equal to sin, kr minus pi slash 2, kr, j underscore l, kr, approximate frac, sin bigl, kr, l pi slash 2 big, kr, j, kr, is almost equal to sin, kr minus pi slash 2, leading to an approximate closed-form root condition. In 5 swift lines, where the standard method spanned a dozen. She presented the eigenvalue spectrum, kn is almost equal to pi, n plus 2, r dot k underscore, n l approximate frac, pi, n plus frac, l 2, r, dot kn is almost equal to r pi, n plus 2. As she concluded, Ava boxed her final expression and placed the chalk down. Silence reigned for 3 breathless seconds. Dr. Wilson's eyebrows lifted, even Dr. Sterling's steady gaze flickered with interest. Then, the room erupted into muted applause, students and TAs alike recognizing the feat. Ava returned to her seat, heart racing. The student who had scowled earlier now watched her with genuine curiosity. Designer glasses woman nodded in respect. Dr. Sterling approached, chalk dust on hand. For a moment, she peered at Ava's solution. A concise derivation, she said softly, voice stripped of its earlier edge. Well done, Ms. Richardson. Ava managed a grateful smile. In that instant, she had not only met the challenge but reframed the class's perception, true mastery transcended pedigree, and her quiet confidence shone brighter than any designer label. As the applause faded, Dr. Sterling cleaned her slate with a brisk swipe. Her expression, poised yet unreadable, returned. Impressive, she admitted, voice formal. But let us see how intuitive methods fare under a less forgiving test. She wrote a new problem, a custom-crafted trap, I equals integral 0 or integral 0 pi integral 0 2 pi r2 sin theta r2 plus r 0 2 minus 2 r 0 cosine theta d d theta dr I equals backslash int underscore 0 caret r backslash int underscore 0 caret backslash pi backslash int underscore 0 caret 2 backslash pi backslash frac r squared backslash sine backslash theta backslash sqrt r squared plus r underscore 0 caret 2 r underscore 0 backslash cosine backslash theta backslash d backslash phi backslash d backslash theta backslash dr I equals integral 0 or integral 0 pi integral 0 2 pi r 2 plus r 0 2 minus 2 r 0 cos r 2 sin d d theta dr with r 0 r underscore 0 r 0 r designed to frustrate a straightforward separation. A hush descended. Some students groaned, others opened tablets to consult notes. Sterling's gaze settled on Ava. Ms. Richardson, please solve this. 20 minutes remain. Ava inhaled deeply. This integral, an off-textbook variation, looked daunting. She recalled the analytic techniques she'd honed alone, identifying hidden symmetries, clever coordinate shifts, and use of addition theorems. The class watched as she rose once more. First, she noted the integral's symmetry in phi, collapsing the phi integral to a factor of 2 pi 2 pi 2 pi. Next, she recognized the kernel as the Green's function for Laplace's equation in spherical coordinates. Instead of tackling the nested theta integral directly, she invoked the expansion, 1 r2 plus r0 2 minus 2 r0 cos theta equals sigma equals 0 infinity r plus 1 p, cos theta, comma backslash frac, 1 backslash sqrt, r squared plus r underscore 0 caret 2 r underscore 0 backslash cos backslash theta, equals backslash sum underscore, backslash l equals 0, caret backslash infinity backslash frac, r underscore caret backslash l, r underscore caret backslash l plus 1, p underscore backslash l, backslash cos backslash theta, r2 plus r0 2 minus 2 r0 cos 1 equals 0 sigma infinity r plus 1 r p, cos, where r equals min, r0, r underscore, equals backslash min, r underscore 0, r equals min, r0, and r equals max, r0, r underscore equals backslash max, r underscore 0, r equals max, r0. Students gasped as she wrote the Legendre series. Within minutes, she interchanged sum and integral, justified by uniform convergence, and used orthogonality of pp underscore backslash elp to reduce two nested integrals to simple radial moments. I equals 4 pi sigma equals 0 infinity 12 plus 1 integral 0 rr plus 2 or 0 minus, plus 1, Dr. I equals 4 backslash pi backslash sum underscore, backslash l equals 0, caret backslash infinity backslash frac, 1, 2 backslash l plus 1, backslash int underscore 0 caret r caret, backslash l plus 2, r underscore 0 caret, dash, backslash l plus 1. Backslash, Dr. I equals 4 pi equals 0 sigma infinity 2 plus 11 integral 0 r plus 2 or 0 minus, plus 1, dr. She performed the radial integral, integral 0 rr plus 2 dr equals r plus 3 backslash int underscore 0 caret r caret, backslash l plus 2 backslash, dr equals backslash frac, r caret, backslash l plus 3 backslash l plus 3, dot integral 0 r plus 2 dr equals plus 3 r plus 3. Thus, I equals 4 pi sigma equals 0 infinity r plus 3, 2 plus 1, plus 3, r 0 plus 1 that I equals 4 backslash pi backslash sum underscore, backslash l equals 0, caret backslash infinity backslash frac, r caret, backslash l plus 3, 2 backslash l plus 1. Backslash l plus 3, backslash, r underscore 0 caret, backslash l plus 1, that I equals 4 pi equals 0 sigma infinity, 2 plus 1, plus 3, r 0 plus 1 r plus 3. Recognizing the resulting series as a hypergeometric function at specific argument, she wrote the closed form, I equals 4 pi r2 r0 2 f1, 1, 2, 4, r slash r 0, that I equals backslash frac, 4 backslash pi r squared, r underscore 0 backslash, underscore 2f underscore 1 backslash bigl, 1, 2, backslash 4, backslash comma, r slash r underscore 0, backslash bigr, that I equals r 0 4 pi r 2 2f 1, 1, 2, for wink with a frown r slash r 0. By the time the clock alarm sounded, she had boxed the final result. The lecture hall remained spellbound. Dr. Sterling's composure wavered as she examined the elegant derivation. She had intended a quicksand problem, yet Ava had navigated it with masterful ease. For the first time that session, Sterling smiled faintly. An extraordinary application of potential theory, she said, voice warm. The room broke into a standing ovation. Students who doubted Ava earlier now applauded her name, some even rising to their feet. Ava, breath steady, returned to her seat. Around her, the social dynamic had irrevocably shifted. She was no longer the quiet auditor but the star of Lakeview's mathematical pavilion, her self-taught genius shining brighter than any credential. The next morning, Lakeview Institute buzzed with conversation about yesterday's feats. In Dr. Wilson's office, Ava Richardson sat across from Dr. Sterling, whose steely reserve had softened to genuine respect. Dr. Wilson began, Ava, your solutions were heralded across campus. I'd like to formally recommend you for a full scholarship and offer you a teaching assistantship next semester. Ava's heart soared. I'd be honored, she replied. Dr. Sterling leaned forward. Your intuition for Green's functions and hypergeometric series was exceptional. I'd like to co-author a paper with you on that integral expansion. Ava blinked. Me? With you? Sterling's gray eyes twinkled. Your work transcends textbook methods. That insight deserves publication. On the corridor outside, graduate students whispered, she's getting a TA position. And co-authoring with Sterling? In the quad, posters appeared, congratulations to Ava Richardson, our first Bridge to Theory scholar. In the days that followed, Ava's inbox brimmed with invitations, study group leaders sought her guidance, professors requested consultations on research problems. The tall student in Kashmir approached her in the commons. Could you help me with Legendre expansions? He asked sheepishly. Ava smiled. Of course. At first, some peers hesitated, recalling their earlier doubts. But as Ava tutored small groups in the math commons, sketching out problems on whiteboards, they saw her depth. The designer glasses woman apologized one afternoon. I underestimated your background. Your approach to singular integrals was a revelation. Meanwhile, Dr. Sterling introduced Ava to departmental faculty meetings. At one gathering, she presented her summer research proposal on non-local PDE methods. Colleagues listened attentively, asking technical questions rather than judging her attire. Dr. Wilson congratulated her in his office. You've reshaped perceptions here, he said. Lakeview will strengthen its Bridge to Theory program because of you. Ava reflected on her journey, from quiet solver in online forums to influential scholar in a prestigious institute. In student lounges, chalkboards bore her handwritten theorems, annotated by classmates. In library stacks, her copies of Dr. Sterling's textbooks were dog-eared with her margin notes, now referenced by graduate students. The quiet paralegal who once ducked into the math building had become its celebrated mind. Yet Ava remained grounded. She continued her nightly practice sessions in the deserted lecture hall. Solving problems for the pure elegance of it, not for fame but for love of the discipline. Her path had defied convention, but it proved that true aptitude emerges wherever curiosity is nurtured. Weeks later, as autumn leaves drifted across Lakeview's red brick quad, Ava Richardson paused on the steps of the mathematics pavilion. Students bustled around her, some greeting her by name, others seeking her insight. She remembered her first day, fidgeting with that satchel strap, doubting every step. In the grand lecture hall, her classmates now nodded respectfully as she entered. The would-be skeptics from day one had become collaborators in late-night problem jams. Teaching assistants invited her to guest lecture on series expansions. Dr. Sterling entrusted her with drafting exam questions. At department tea, Ava chatted with Dr. Wilson, Dr. Sterling, and fellow scholars over steaming mugs. Conversation turned from upcoming seminars to cutting-edge research, her name woven naturally into the dialogue. It was a world she never dreamed she'd inhabit. Yet outside these hallowed halls, life remained delightfully ordinary. She still commuted to the law firm 2 afternoons a week, answering calls and filing briefs, carrying her papers and pencils with quiet pride. Colleagues marveled at her transformation. How was advanced calculus with Dr. Sterling, they'd ask. Ava would laugh gently. It was a challenge, an exhilarating one. One evening, the Kashmir police student tracked her down in the library. "Your lecture on hypergeometric functions changed my thesis," he said. "Thank you." Ava's cheeks warmed. "I'm glad it helped." As winter approached, the Board of Trustees awarded Ava the Institute's inaugural Innovative Scholar Medal, an honor traditionally reserved for tenured faculty. Standing on the stage, heart pounding, she reflected on every late-night forum post, every self-taught proof, every doubt she overcame. Walking off stage, she spotted Dr. Sterling, whose smile was both proud and knowing. No words were needed, respect passed between them in a single glance. Later, on her way home, Ava paused beneath a street lamp, the city's glow dancing on its wet pavement. She texted a friend from the firm, "Today was unforgettable, thank you for believing in me." As she pressed send, she realized that credentials mattered less than perseverance, that intellect could flourish outside prescribed paths. Ava Richardson belonged in that world of elegant proofs and complex theorems. She had earned her place not by pedigree, but by passion and relentless dedication. And in so doing, she reminded everyone that brilliance knows no degrees.